What's going on, guys? It's Joby here, bringing you another episode of the Top 5 series, and in this one I'll be showing you my personal Top 5 exosuits that I like to use when playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Anyway, enough chit chat, let's go straight into the video. So coming at number 5, we have the Exo Shield, described as quickly deploy a portable shield attached to your arm, and this does exactly what it says on the tin. So when you press and hold the Exo ability button on your controller, your soldier will bring up a portable shield, essentially like the heavy shield primary weapon that you can equip on the special category, which will protect you from incoming enemy bullets and non-explosive projectiles such as a spike drone when shot at you. Now, although this Exo ability can be very good in certain situations, I don't tend to like to use this purely because that there are more Exo abilities, well 3 actually, that stand out to me more and that I like to use more often. Now you're probably wondering, why am I including this Exo ability if I don't really like it? Well, because this is a top 5 episode, obviously I have to include 5 Exo abilities, and considering I only like 3 of them, I have to include 2 that I don't really like, but the 2 that I am including are still really useful, but I don't really like them. Now, like I was saying, even though I don't really like this Exo ability, I can definitely see the potential on how this could be useful when playing the game. For instance, say if you're playing an objective game mode such as domination or hardpoint, essentially when you need to hold down an area for a certain amount of time to either get the win or get some score, this Exo can be very good. For instance, say if I'm playing a game of hardpoint and I have this Exo on, an enemy comes in, I can quickly pull this Exo shield up, I can either get out the hardpoint as soon as I can, or I can go in a corner and hold down the hardpoint and push them back until my friendlies can come in and sweep the enemies up and get the kill, because if you take down your shield, they're going to be able to kill you before you can pull up your gun and shoot to kill. Now, this is also very good for checking buildings and corners. So say for instance that there's a corner and you don't really know that there's a camper there, maybe he camps there often and you just want to check to make sure he's there before you go through. Pull out your Exo ability, walk in there, if he's there quickly go back, and you can either go back out and face him, which I wouldn't recommend doing that, or you can just go round and flank him and go around a different way, but if he isn't there, obviously the Exo shield has saved you from dying. Now, I also thought I should mention this, that although you are protected, it doesn't cover your feet. So, for instance, if you do have the Exo shield up and you're running or walking, the enemy can shoot your feet and it will do damage to you. So, to get maximum protection, make sure you crouch or go prone. Actually, you can't go prone when you got this up, so make sure you go crouch to cover your feet and get maximum protection so they cannot shoot you from the front, so they'll have to go to the side or behind to get the kill. Coming in at number 4, we have Exo Stim, described as temporary generate health beyond normal levels. Now, most people think that it just generates your health faster. For instance, say if you got into a gunfight, you could quickly get out, activate the ability, and you'll generate your health faster so you can get out and go into the battlefield, get into that gunfight, and get the kill. However, that is not the case. What it really does is that when you activate it, you'll become the super soldier of the battlefield. Well, not quite, but you do gain more health than the opposition players. Now, you're probably wondering, how much more health do you have? How many more bullets can you take before you can die? Well, a really good example of this is that if you're going against a sniper, you can take up to 3 bullets in the chest before you will die, which normally you would only take 1. And obviously, that gives you a massive advantage and can be very good if you activate it at the right time. For instance, say if you go into a game and there's like absolutely loads of snipers, they're quick scoping, trick shotting, doing everything possible, and as soon as you go around the corner, it's really annoying when you get quick scoped and they're like, "Gotcha, bitch!" and you instantly die. However, if you know when to activate it at the right time and you come into a sniper rifle, you'll be like, "Gotcha, bitch!" because you've got more health than them, so you'll kill them. So like I was saying before, if you can nail down the timing on this ability, then you can definitely dominate the battlefield. Now, the only downside to this is that it doesn't last very long, so I wouldn't recommend using heavy guns such as the sniper rifles or LMGs, because as soon as you get into a gunfight, you most likely run out, which is obviously not a good thing. Coming in at number 3, we have Exo Overclock, described as gain a temporary speed boost, and just like the Exo Shield, it does exactly what it says on the tin. No matter when you're walking, running, sprinting, sliding, jumping, no matter what you're doing, as long as you're moving, you'll be moving faster than all of the other players on the map, which is obviously really good if you like to rush, and it's very good if for getting in and evading gunfights very quickly. So if you are a rusher, activate this, use this, and you'll have an advantage over all of the other players on the map. Now, because I'm not much of a rusher, I tend to use this a little bit different. I like to use it straight on the spawn so I can get to the objective as quickly as possible and catch my enemies off guard. For instance, say if I'm playing a game of domination, activate this straight off the bat, go straight for the B flag, and the enemies won't be suspecting that I'm going to be there straight away, so I could be ready for them, aiming down the sight straight through the doorway, and as soon as they come in, bang, they're dead, bang, they're dead, and I'm getting all these kills on the flag, getting absolutely loads of points and getting my score streaks nearly straight away. Now, not only is this XO ability good for rushers that like to get in and out of gunfights as quickly as possible, as well as objective players that want to get to the objective as quickly as possible, but it's also good for people that like to flank, be stealthy, and get behind the enemies. The reason being is that with the exosuits, you can already scale the map and go from one place to another really quickly and effectively, but with this exo ability activated, you can do that even faster, which is obviously really good. And that's the reason why this exo deserves the number 3 spot, is that because no matter what playstyle you play, no matter what you do, this exo ability will help you in many ways. Coming in at number 2 spot, we have Exo Cloak, described as visually conceal yourself for a short duration. Now, with that description, you would think that you'd be completely invisible when it's activated. However, that is not the case. When you activate this exo, you're like semi-transparent, translucent. This enemy can still see you, like the outline of where you are, but you are sort of invisible. Now, if you've gone in a private match just to test how effective Exo Cloak really is with your friend, say if you activate it and walk side to side and you was just looking at him, you would think that the enemy would easily notice you. However, in a public match, because there's so much sound, action, movement going on all around you, you tend to miss the people that are invisible. So with that in mind, it is very useful. However, if you are using the Exo Cloak, I definitely wouldn't recommend using the Exo Boost and just using your Exo suits in general, because say if you did a boost, you're completely invisible, but the flare or the fire and the smoke that are coming out your Exo suit is still visible. So say if the enemy sees the fire, they obviously know that there's an enemy there. So remember, when you're using the ability, make sure to limit your exo movement and try and move as least as possible, because when you're standing still and you've got it activated, you're essentially invisible. Now, a couple of ways I like to use this ability is that say if I'm in a gunfight and I run out of ammo, I'll quickly dodge into a building, go in the corner, activate the exo ability, which I'll become invisible, reload, and then the enemy won't actually see you because he'll be quickly checking all the corners and he won't notice like the translucent outline while you're reloading. So when you're fully reloaded, you can deactivate the exo ability and kill the enemy. Now, another reason why I like to use this is that say if I'm flanking, I want to be as stealthy as possible because I'm going to be in the enemy spawn, all of the enemies are going to be around me, so I want to make sure that they don't notice me whatsoever, so this Exo Cloak will help me to do so. Coming in at number 1, we have Exo Ping, described as show enemy exo movement and weapons fire on your HUD. Now, this is similar to the threat detection grenade in the way it shows the enemies, is that when you throw the threat detection grenade out, when it spots an enemy, it will show them through the walls in like this red digital kind of thing through all the walls so you can easily see their movement. So when you've got it activated, whenever an enemy uses its exo movement or fires his weapon, you'll be able to see him through the walls in the digital red glow. Now, although this does sound overpowered, there is a counter to this. So what is it? Well, it's low profile. So whenever an enemy is using the low profile perk and you use this, they will not show through the walls. However, that is the only counter to this, so this is obviously very good, and if they don't have it on, they'll light up like a Christmas tree through the walls, which is obviously very useful in any situation, unlike other exo abilities. Now, this is especially good when checking buildings before you go in them, any non-respawn or hardcore game types, and even just for checking in general where the enemies are spawning. So as you now know, you can use this in a variety of ways, which is what makes this so good. Now, although it's very good, it does have 2 disadvantages. Well, what are they? Well, the first one is that it doesn't last very long, and second of all, it makes you stand out. Well, what do I mean by this? Well, the base version of this exo lasts for 6 seconds, or 7 if you have the overcharged perk on, which means that you typically only get around 1 or 2 uses out of it. And the other thing is that while you're using it, several blue sonar radar pings come out the back of your exo, which makes you stand out. However, because you can see the enemies through the walls, you will still have a massive advantage over them. So that concludes my top 5. Let me know what yours is in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was entertaining or useful in any way, and if you've been having as much fun watching this video as I have been recording it, then you would obviously hit that thumbs up button, because I've been having so much fun recording videos lately, getting on the mic, playing the game. It has been so much fun. But getting back on track, make sure to subscribe to earn 100G achievement and stay updated with the latest and greatest content, if I do say so myself, that I will be producing. But anyway guys, my name is Joby, aka Josh, and I'll speak to you guys in another video. See ya!